Time has come, my favorite part of the show. I'm putting Reggie on the hot seat, covering all the latest hot topics in Minnesota sports, called What Does It Mean? Let's jump right into it. First up, the Twins lost last night to the Royals again. This time, failing to score a single run, losing 2-0. The Twins have now gone on another offensive cold streak, having gone scoreless in 13 straight innings. Byron Buxton stretched out before the game and may be able to return in the next few games. However, even when Buxton comes back, what does it mean for the rest of the lineup? Struggles. That seems to be seeing the ball well, taking good at-bats, generating walks, but when it comes to scoring runs, they've been shut out a major league most 3 times already this season.
All right, I'm bringing up Carlos Correa's stats this season.
I don't know if I want to see that. Batting .214, something crazy like that.
You wish. He's batting 190.
I do wish he was .214. Yeah.
8 hits. 8 hits and 42 at-bats. And it's like, this is the big-ticket signing. You know, he talked about how, you know, this is a place for him to kind of instill some of those championship, you know, mindsets and mentalities and all of that. And you the leader, dog. What's going on? Like, he insists that, you know, like, he'll break out of it, and, you know, he's a star player, and so we expect him to be able to do that. But at the same time, it's like, man, this team is gonna go as you go. Like,
no doubt,
you the champ on the team. Like, you've been there, and they're trying to get there. Like, we need to see a little bit more from him. It's just kind of discouraging, you know. Like, one night, I mentioned this last night. One night, the bats are red hot and the pitching is bad. The other night, it's the other way around. Some nights, like last night, it was both. You know, like, the pitching wasn't necessarily bad last night,
2
but
runs. Yeah,
they didn't get any run support. And it's just like, like, the bats were supposed to be the strength of this team, and you go out against the Royals, a team that, you know, you're jockeying for last place with in the division, and you can't muster up any run. You scatter 5 hits over 9 innings. Like, what are we doing?
Here's the thing too. It's like, there's a lot of easy things to just pick off the low branch tree as far as excuses. Byron Buxton's been injured. The pitching rotation, still trying to figure out the bullpen. But if you're Carlos Correa, you got no excuses. It doesn't matter if Byron Buxton's in the lineup or not. It doesn't matter what the pitching's doing or isn't doing. You're Carlos Correa. You have to be able to be the leader in that clubhouse again and show that this is the championship mentality. Like you said, Reggie, I'm going to instill this into my surroundings and hopefully let it influence them. So we'll see how it all shakes out. I'm sure today he'll go 4 for 5, 4 ribbies, 2 stolen bases.
We would love to see it.
Sports Center top 10 play in the field, but it's just they can't put it all together, Reggie. So certainly a frustrating start. Again, tough schedule to start for sure. Another easy kind of excuse for the Twins fans, but nonetheless, just not the start you want. All right, next one. What does it mean? The Wild face off tonight back at home versus the Vancouver Canucks, looking to extend their home winning streak to 3 games. However, with 7 games remaining, the Wild's playoff picture is looking more and more like they'll likely face off either with the Blues or the Flames. So what does it mean for their chances of advancing past the first round? And if the playoffs were today, who would you rather the Wild square off against?
I don't want to play the Blues.
No, you scare me.
I don't want that. There's some demons that need to be exercised against them anyway, and it's just like, dang, man. Like, I guess you gotta conquer your demons at one point, so it's likely to happen. But, like, whatever matchup I want, I don't want the Blues. I mean, they haven't played well this season against Nashville either, so I'm not sure that I want them.
Yeah, but the Blues, there's just this deep, long-rooted psyche going on, though, too, with them, man. You said it. They got some serious demons going on for sure.
Yeah, give me the Flames, man. I'll take the Flames, and we'll fight that fire before we fight the Blues, because it's just like, man, they're like clicking right now, and
Yeah,
and
they put up
everybody's
eight goals the other night, right?
Come on,
8-3.
man.
Like, what are we
Come on,
doing? Hey, can we
man.
at least just save them for the second round?
Right?
I
Can
mean, come
we
on.
get out?
Do we have to
What?
get them right out the gate? Are you
Yeah, that
kidding me?
seems unfair.
Maybe that's the best way to maybe exercise it. I mean, if you're going to have to exercise those demons eventually anyway, maybe you want them in the first round, just get it over with. But all right, moving on. Young star receivers like Deebo Samuel, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, they've all decided to skip their team's voluntary workouts while they demand new contracts. All three were drafted in the same class 3 years ago and have 1 year left on their rookie deal. This comes at a time when salaries for wide receivers have skyrocketed thanks to deals like Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs just the last month. What does it mean for the future of the position when it comes to how teams will view acquiring wide receivers in the draft or through offseason free agency and trades? What's your take on this, Reggie?
I think it goes back to what we talked about earlier. Like, these teams are gonna make decisions. Like, I mean, like you wouldn't think that the Packers would get rid of Devontae Adams.
Never in a million did I think that. No
you wouldn't
way.
you wouldn't think the Chiefs would get away from Tyreek Hill. Like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, these are two of the best receivers in football. But then you look at deals that guys like them, Diggs, and then freaking Christian Kirk, the deal that he got.
That ruined the league. That may have ruined the landscape of the free agency league. I think a lot of GMs, I think a lot of GMs are very ticked off by that contract for sure.
Deebo, Terry, DK, they were all looking at that like, we better than him. Like, pay up.
Right.
Pay up. And
show me the money.
The 49ers were like, hey, we love you.
You're great.
But we can work something out, right? He's like, nah, trade me. I'm tired of being a wide receiver running back anyway.
That's another thing. Yeah.
It's just so interesting because, like I said, every freaking year you got these wide receivers coming out in the draft who are just killing it. Like, I don't know what's in the training that these guys are getting in college and pre-college and all that.
There at Ohio
but
State.
Like,
right.
But like, yeah, like these guys are coming ready-made to be stars in the league. I mean, freaking Jamar Chase sits out a whole year of football and comes in and just lights the league on fire last year after everybody thought he was going to be early bust because he was dropping all those passes in the preseason. It was just like,
Jalen Waddle right behind him. Unbelievable
Waddle
for Miami.
Justin Jefferson coming on.
Justin Jefferson, Devontae Smith last year, first round wide. They're all over the place, man.
It's like, look, okay, and there's something to be said about being a proven commodity in the league, okay? So you're always going to have a market for those guys that are proven, have shown that they can do it. So you're always going to get teams like the Jets or the Dolphins or, you know, some of these teams that, you know, we're like, okay, yeah, we want the Browns. You know, we'll take a swing at a guy like that. Let's do it. And so they'll be the teams to pay some of these stars, but it's just like, okay, star diva wide receiver, do you want to make your money and go play for Washington Commanders? Do you want to go play for the Houston Texans? Huh?
Exactly.
Do you want to you know what I mean? Like, do you want to go play for some of these teams that they usually always struggle every year, or do you want to like actually be on a contender, take a good deal and prosper that way? And I think it's like, well, look, if you want to get paid, then maybe you got to go to one of these like bad teams, because these good teams are showing that they can just draft a guy and replace you.
Well, that's the thing, too. I mean, if I'm a receiver, the first thing and only thing I'm looking at is who's throwing me the ball, right? There's nothing more important than that. Even coaching and offensive line, running back. Who's my quarterback?
Yeah.
And that's why when teams like the Packers with a proven quarterback and the Chiefs with a proven quarterback traded those wide receivers, I think it sent a message that, hey, remember, the quarterback always makes the receiver. It's not the other way around, right? These receivers sometimes certainly make the quarterback look good, but more times than not, it's the quarterback throwing those receivers open and making them look good. So, okay, Reggie, you did it again. You survived the gauntlet. Join us tomorrow, recapping Game 3 playoffs with the Wolves and Memphis Grizzlies back at home in the Target Center. Tip-off tonight, 6:30 Central Standard Time. We're going to be talking more NFL draft just 1 week away tomorrow as well. Remember, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join us every day for another episode covering all the biggest topics in Minnesota sports. He's Reggie Wilson. Follow him on Twitter at Reggie Wilson TV and on KARE11. I'm Luke Inman on Twitter at Luke_Spinman. Tune in tomorrow to Superior Sports Talk, part of Locked On Sports Minnesota. For Reggie, I'm Luke. Till tomorrow, signing out.
Be blessed. Spread love today. Go Timberwolves.
This is Superior Sports Talk with Reggie Wilson and Luke Inman, part of Locked On Sports Minnesota.